What's up YouTube? So in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to create your very own practice routine. I'm going to be giving you guys 5 different steps so you can create a practice routine that will help you reach all the different musical goals in your journey. So let's get to it. Step number 1 is to set your goals. You want to know what you want from a practice session. Okay, what do you want to be better at as a player? Do you want to be a better improviser? Do you want to be a better rhythm guitar player? Do you want to learn more about theory, harmony, composition, any type of different, anything that you want to be better at, you want to have written down. The more goals that you have, the more that you're going to be able to practice, the more material that you're going to be able to practice later on. So if you sit down to practice well any goals, it might be fun, but you're probably not going to get as much results as you would if you sit down with some goals. Step number 2, plan ahead. So you want to set up how you're actually going to achieve your goals. You want to have set strategies that'll help you get the results that you want. You can do this by buying some books, getting some lessons online, talking to a teacher, or just practicing some very specific material in a certain way. So you need to find the best way out there to achieve the goals that you want. You can also study different people. You can look for people that have already done what you want and use them as a guide. Try to find out what they've done and how they got to the point that they're at, and then just follow their footsteps. What did they study? What did they do? What did they practice? What did they study to achieve such goals? Step number 3, be structured. Set a schedule. So you want to be able to plan in terms of sessions. You want to plan for hours. You want to practice for minutes. It doesn't matter if you have 4 hours a day or if you have 3 hours a day. But set up a very specific time that you can practice weekly. So you can say, I want to practice, 4 hours a day from Monday to Friday, and then take Saturday and Sunday off so I can rest, or so I can just jam and have no structure on those days. But whatever you do, just set out that time. Make sure that you set out that time and that it's written down. Step number 4, think of it as school and create your very own courses, your very own specific courses. So now that you have that time that you want, let's say you want to do 4 hours a day from Monday to Friday. So now take those 4 hours and divide them according to the different goals that you want. And if you have 4 goals that you want, you can divide the time into 4 courses. So let's say that you want to do 4 different topics, that you have 4 different goals that you want to achieve. So you take hour number 1 and you use it for that specific goal. Hour number 2 for the second goal, hour number 3 for the third goal, and hour number 4 for the fourth goal. Now, this is something that I actually did a few years back. I used to practice 6 hours a day. And what I did is I divided up the week exactly as a school day, and I had 6 different classes every single day. And I didn't take the same classes every day. I switched them up exactly as school. So I think what I used to do was I did Mondays and Wednesdays, I did the same classes. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I did the same classes. And then Fridays was a little bit more accustomed to the specific things that I like. You could say that Friday was a little bit more stylistic. Now, another thing I did is I did 6 hours, but I divided each course into 45 minutes. So I did 45 minutes of class and 15 minutes of rest between each of them. And so that I could get a 30-minute window to eat around 12 or 1, instead of doing 45 minutes of class and 15 rest, and then 45 lesson and then 15 rest. I switched up that 15 and I did lesson, break, break, lesson. That way I had a full 30 minutes so I could cook my lunch and eat it. Now you could do this with any type of topic that you want. You could set aside time. Let's say you have 4 courses and you could do composition, you could do a funk course, a metal course, any stylistic course, a rhythm guitar course, whatever you want, whatever you feel that you need the most. I like to do this because it tends to give you an extra bit of pressure. Now, for most of you, when you're in school and you have a deadline for a project, if you haven't done the project, you stay up all night the night before, or it's 2 days straight, and you work on that project. So it's important that you have the same kind of mentality when you're working on your own things. This way, you create a bit of accountability on yourself. And what's more important than the things that you're interested in? What's more important than working on yourself? So it's important to have that sense of accountability when you're working on your own things. So let me show you a quick example of what might be a week of practice. Here you can see I divided the different days. I took a Monday to Friday work week. I left out Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday so that you can rest, just jam and play gigs and whatever or other type of responsibilities that you might have. And now I divided everything. I did exactly what I used to do. I did a 6-hour practice plan. So this is a bit of an example of what you can do. You can follow. You can see I wrote out different classes. You can see I left out a little bit of time so you can rest, so that you can eat. Now the cool thing about this is that it's your courses. It's what you're interested in. But I highly suggest that you work on things that you're not good at, and that you work on things that are hard. So I also highly suggest that you work on basics information of your instrument, like knowing the notes, like knowing the scales, like knowing the chords. I highly suggest that you get in at least a little bit of theory and harmony and theory in there. And I also suggest that you get some ear training, be it by using ear training software or by transcribing. Now I set aside time to eat. I set aside time to rest. And it's important to get that time of rest because most people usually think as practicing as something we gotta do viciously. And the truth is that it's a type of exercise. So the muscles do get tired, and you do need to rest at least one day a week. You should be getting some rest to get those tiny muscles to relax and reconstruct and repair. You don't want to do too much damage, or you could develop different RSI, so repetitive stress injuries. Now, the last step, and probably the most important one, is to follow through with the plan. Again, you want to defend that time as if it's schoolwork, as if it's normal work, as if it's a work meeting. It's a bit of a fact that we tend to respect other people's time more than we do our own. So let's say if I'm gonna record this video right now, if I'm working with a team, I'll probably set the time and I'll probably make sure to be here on time and record when I want. But if I'm just recording by myself, which is actually what I do, it's a bit harder for me to be accountable. So you want to make sure that you defend that time. If you say that you're going to practice starting at 10 in the morning, you want to make sure that you're up and ready to practice. You want to make sure that you already ate your breakfast, already brushed your teeth, did every single thing that you could possibly think of that you want to do before you start practicing, and have everything done straight ahead. So you at least want to wake up at 9 if you're going to start practicing by 10. Because yeah, 1 hour of practice is 1 hour. 2 hours is 2 hours. Any type of time that you can get in is good. So to defend your time, make sure that you're following your plan. If you don't follow your plan, you're not going to be getting any results. And that's what a practice routine is actually about. It's about getting results. So you want to make sure to follow every single step that I already gave you. Make sure to write everything down, have everything written down. It's something that you can see. Stick it up on your wall, on the wall of your room. Make sure that you see it every day so that you get reminded that you have to go out and practice. The only way to get the results that you want is by working on what you want and dedicating the required amount of time that it takes for you to get the results that you want. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Remember to comment below. Remember to subscribe for more videos. Remember to share this video so that it can get to people that you think might need something like this. And remember to follow me on any type of social media like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Alright, thanks for watching.